Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Limping along episode of the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay. Of course, shalom, Biggie. How are you, Jay?
What a way to start a week, huh, gentlemen? The right foot forward.
Yeah, sure. Sure. It's going to be a full episode of Tail Wagging the Dog, I believe you call it, Jay. That's what we're dealing with today. It's been a rough day.
You can do a bunch of email if you want.
Yeah, you know what?
All email
We're
show.
36 seconds in. Why
Hey,
don't we
Mike,
get to
have
email,
some
Jay? What do we got for you? For the love of fuck? Do we have any posts? God damn it! No, we're hurting. It was a long night, Jay. Please don't judge. No judge. You don't judge us. You don't judge me.
Your voice is a little worse for wear, but Easus sounds like $1 million.
I'm used to it though. I'm kind of used to going
he's
to
a piece
those
of shit all the time. I don't usually leave the house, so yeah, bear with us. We went on the fucking sponge bar crawl last night, and this morning, early afternoon, like the whole time. And dude, it was so much fun. Jay, I wish you were there. We missed you, having you out there, but fuck, Easus, was that the best time ever?
Dude, it was incredible. It was incredible.
4 busloads of people.
Yeah.
4 full busloads.
Oh
of
yeah.
people. I mean, it was madness, man, and the band sounded so damn good.
3 stops, was it? Stopped at 3.
Yeah. And but they had to like rework it because it was like so many people showed up. It was like, okay, you're supposed to just all go together, the buses, and they do one show at each. And
well, man, you talked about it last week. Like what was it, Variety or whatever? They had that article about how like after their appearance on
the
Stern,
Detroit Cast.
well, and the Detroit Cast, of course,
right?
But on Stern, you know, like they've taken a big boost in just downloads or numbers and stuff like that. And I don't doubt that was
of Sponge, I believe.
I don't doubt that was a part of it to me, man, because I think I got the impression that they usually probably had like 2 buses maybe, and all of a sudden now they had 4, and it was. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that though, man.
No, it was a lot of fun, and for some reason, Jay, E lucked out and ended up on like the cool kids bus by himself.
What?
Like, does shit ever work out for E?
No.
It was Linda, man. It was listener Linda that made that happen.
E is Charlie Brown. He is gonna keep trying to kick that damn football, and it's always gonna be yanked away from him. But last night, it was like we're all on like the secondary bus, just like driving along, bouncing and stuff. Just like, oh, this stinks. When are we going to be there? And E is in a fucking bus with Sponge as they're playing songs in the bus.
Dude, they were filming the music video, man.
Filming the video to Uber and a Fifth in the fuck.
That's great.
Like, Vinny is literally like,
there's E right next to Vin. Uber and a Fifth. Dude, E.
Vin has it was crazy, honestly. Like, they had the huge speaker cranking like it in the background, and Vin's doing the music video thing, like kind of lip syncing it, and then they get the guitarist in there at one point, and he's sitting there like this. So if they do the video from that bus, I'll be in it, man.
Yeah, they were, dude, all night. Like every bar we went to, it was like there'd be a point where you'd have that kind of breakdown where it's just like the bass and the drums, no guitars, and then Vince talking to the crowd. All right, we're gonna be filming guys here for this video, and Andy paddling, the guitarist, would come out, and he's just got his cell phone. He's just filming the crowd. I mean, you could literally do it with an iPhone now, and and Vin's working them up. Uber and a bit. And they're filming the whole thing, and places going. I couldn't believe the support that they had. The places were packed. That Diesel place, that was
incredible,
a theater,
dude.
It was huge.
In a bowling alley. Seriously,
yeah, it's like a bowling alley, but then it was like, and we're all waiting because they got this tiny stage there in the bowling. I'm like, oh, this will be intimate and cool. People like finally like, are you guys gonna go to the show? Because it's like around the corner in the theater, and we're like, okay, walk in there, and it's fucking like a theater. It's packed, and people are going crazy, and Sponge hits the stage and just blows it out. There was one dickhead in there that I ran into. I ran into one dickhead all night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like the whole night was great. And you know what, E? I was following you.
Okay.
He was the alpha, dude. I'm telling you, whatever happened to E being on that bus with the guys in the band that gave him such a fucking air of confidence that I'm just seeing, he's like, follow me. And E's making his way. You know when you're making your way through the crowd in a general admission spot, and you're like, you don't want to be, excuse me. Just
you know what, man? That's from honestly going to so many EDM shows and like big time festivals that I've gotten really good finally just being like, nope, this is where I'm fucking going, man. I want to get there, and that's where I'm gonna be.
Well, he did, and it wasn't like so fucking sardine packed that you couldn't move.
Right.
It wasn't like, it was just like, it was just packed. And so it was like E and Linda go through, and then I'm like, sorry guys, and squeeze through, and we, making our way up to where E was. And there's one fucking asshole, of course, that's going to do this, like, not look at you or say anything, but he's just going to block your path. Like, you can't get through. Like I own this area. Nobody gets through. And I gave him the stink eye, like, Jay, you wouldn't I'm walking, and, like, for 8 feet, I'm just like,
Well, I bet that was upsetting. I bet that was upsetting for him.
Yeah. Well, you think he was worried? Oh my God, that little fat guy's gonna hurt me. But I heard whisperings. There were whisperings like, dude, that guy's really pissed back there. I was like, that's why I got you guys here to whoop it. Now go take care of it.
Right.
Fix this, man. Come on, Costa, T-Roy, what the fuck are you guys doing here?
Right. If they're not there for that, what are they there for?
When I feel slightly fucking mistreated in any situation, obviously it needs to come to violence, and you guys need to take care of it because I'm a pussy. So deal with it. But dude, the night, like the drinking, the debauch, it's just debauchery, Jay. You know what that's like. And so it ends up, we end up back at Capone's, like the original bar we started, and it's Screaming Scott is there, and I fucking love Scotty, and talking to him all night, and so Vin's on, well, the whole band's on stage, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, Mike, get up here.
Scott, get up here. I was gonna say that, by the way, that was really cool. Him every stop we went to,
dude,
Vin pointed Mike out and said, Mike Walters from the Detroit Cast, blah blah blah.
He plugged us, dude, shook my hand on stage.
Very cool.
From the fucking front of the stage, it's like, yeah, he's my guys from the Detroit Cast. We actually got pretty good response from the crowd too. We got people cheering rather loudly.
I would say so. Dude.
Yeah, loud to quite loud.
Loud to quite loud. I wouldn't say quite loud, but it was loud to quite loud. Especially one bar was fucking loud as shit.
Yeah, the DCast brought it last night for sure. Like there was listeners that I had no idea were gonna be there, just coming up to me and going, dude, this is awesome, but I love the show. And I'm like, holy fuck, man, that's crazy.
I ran into a few of those too. And dude, it was wild, but Vin did it at every fucking stop. He didn't plug anything else. I mean, shit, Riff was the sponsor of the guy.
Really? That's a great point. Riff was on the badge.
They're on the fucking badge, and he fucking mentions the Detroit Cast
thanks, Vin.
at every stop. It was fucking awesome, man. And so he's like, Mike, get up here. Scotty, and me and Vin and Scotty are arm in arm doing Plowed together on stage to close the whole fucking night out. This is after we did Uber and a Fifth. Uber for the crowd. E, do you have that video of us doing Plowed?
It's on my phone, man. I wish I would have
known. Maybe you could pull it up later. I should have said something. I didn't even think about it, but it was like, am I really singing Plowed on stage with fucking Screaming Scott and Vinny right now and Sponge? Dude, it was madness. It was so fun.
Dude, and I'm not, look, I don't want to suck your dick or anything, Mike, necessarily, but seriously, that was the most fun I've seen you have personally, like hanging out with you on a night. It was just it was a cool night, man.
You know what? It was a good group of people. And I love the music, and I love the guys in the band. They're just really decent dudes. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of bands. You got egos and cocky dudes, and none of the guys in Sponge are like that. They're very approachable, super cool to their fans, and super cool to us. And they're very grateful and thankful for anybody that supports them. And so it's very easy to get behind guys like that, you know? And I texted Vin this morning, should say late afternoon when I finally got up. And I was like, hey, dude, thanks. That was a great night. I hope we weren't too drunk and obnoxious, blah, blah. He's like, are you kidding? That was the shit. It's like, we're going to be making memories, man. I was like, hell yeah.
So those guys do that once a year?
Yeah, I guess. March, yeah. I don't know if it's the same style, but dude, you got to go next year. Like, you and Gab could use a night like that. It'd be good to see you guys just fucking blow out the lines.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah,
I had a bunch of family stuff.
Did you? Yeah. What was going on with the family?
Just a lot of soccer.
Ugh, the soccer.
I can't miss it.
Really? You love the soccer.
I love it, man.
You love the soccer.
I can't miss it.
Dude, you love every sweatshop sport, though. That's like your thing. You know what I mean? Like, you love the sweatshop sports. You could get into cricket. If I gave you enough time, you'd get into cricket.
I might, man. I got to tell you, though, this YouTube TV has changed my life.
Really?
The last month, I have watched so much of the beautiful game. I'm just sitting there watching Premier League, Champions League.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not, man? I got a game.
I would say why, but you would say why not?
I'm averaging maybe a game a day. Or at least it's on in the background, you know.
That's great.
It's all I watch.
What do you watch? Did you have a team you're rooting for? Or are you just watching the game?
I'll just watch the game, man.
So you don't care who's playing? You just want to see good soccer?
Yeah.
I mean, football.
It's a great time of year for good football.
Well, good for you. I know you've had a lot of soccer shit going on. What Russell's been killing it.
Russell had shit going on Saturday night, so that's why I had to miss.
If Russell doesn't turn pro and make us a lot of money, Jay, this is going to be a fucking failure,
that, right?
You know? I mean, he's got to. He's our last hope, right? Isn't Russell really all of our last hope?
Pretty much, man.
We're banking on the kid who can't fucking walk 10 feet without breaking his arm, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I do have it. Are you sure you want to watch it?
Probably not, but...
You're shit. How do I get to fucking... It's good, man, you know?
Look at that fat piece of shit.
It's weird. Your mic must be down, Mike.
It comes on.
I'm like, Jesus, get on stage, you piece of shit. Flipping him off.
you're acting wisely, Mike.
No, I don't.
Here we go.
Oh no, Jay, I'm sorry. What an asshole.
A little pitchy.
I blame Scott. Scott's bringing us down here.
I think he saved you.
Yeah, Scott evened it out.
How dare you?
Scott evened it out.
Can I get my arm off Vinny, by the way? What the fuck am I doing? Is this embarrassing or what?
It's a tricky situation for Vin right now. I admitted the other day I wanted to suck his dick, and now you're hugging him. So
He knows that, by the way. He said you want to. Actually, at one point last night, I didn't remember but he did say again, like, dude, I stand by that. I think I would suck his dick.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I thought I was kidding. I'm sure I was
maybe,
kidding.
but you did. The words did come out of your
I'm
mouth.
sure that I was saying that in jest, dude.
Well,
and I would not.
last
suck his
time
dick,
you
by
were
the
drunk,
way.
and I think honestly, man, a lot of truth is said in jesty, right?
Okay.
And when you were shit faced, I think the truth just came pouring out. You're just like, all right, I jacked off on your bathroom floor. When you were shit faced, the truth just came pouring out. It was like, oh, well, I'd suck Vinny's dick.
I believe that I was saying that as a to make people laugh. I have a need for attention and a need to make people like me.
I would vouch for that, E, if you were on stage with a microphone trying to make people laugh.
I do it all the time. No, I do. There was
you were just talking to me.
There was a. Oh, well.
You don't need to make me laugh.
Well,
I think I would suck his dick. This is the best night ever.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It was whispered in Mike's ear.
Yeah.
I think I would suck his dick.
Dude, it was a lot of fun. And then, oh my God, the poor bullies. What did the fucking bullies do to deserve this? Travis is like,
Travis
helped pay for, like fly me to New York a couple times. He hit me up when he heard us talking about going to that thing, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm gonna be back in town on Friday, and we're going to that Sponge pub crawl too. We're gonna be going by your house. Do you want us to pick you and Troy up? Then you don't have to worry about cars or an Uber."
Oh boy.
So Jennifer's a great DD, designated driver. I almost said drunk driver, but he said designated driver. And me and T discussed it, and it was like,
of course,
yeah, hell yeah.
Why not?
Don't worry about it riding shit. Yeah, let's ever go.
No lose.
These poor people. Like,
yeah, they waited a long time for you guys, didn't they? They would have left hours before.
No,
I think?
Everything was fine on that front. Yeah, they were getting uncomfortable. You could tell they were like, okay, like, we got this.
The night without the kids. They'll love to get home. Maybe
love to go have a couple cocktails.
Maybe get our closet on.
Not miss the bus. So and so we drive there. That's fine. And then drinks kick in. And I don't know how some people do this. That she's a saint. Salt of the earth.
How she
Pebble in the
sober,
pond, Jay. Stays sober and deals with a fucking car filled with drunk assholes.
Adult
drunk assholes. Like, how do you do that?
Stop at Taco Bell.
Dude, Taco Bell
right there.
I need some smokes. Turn some beers. It's 3 a.m. They're not serving beer. Fuck it. Let's break the window in.
All of a sudden, you're just pissing out the window.
4 people are going, it's not 94 East. Turn around and chain her. Turn around and chain her.
She's just eye on the prize.
Eye on the prize. I'm going to get him. Fuck you, dude. You want to bet? I guarantee we go left at 10. We got to turn around. No, we don't. Fucking
she's just
I put it in the end, and she's just like, oh my God.
God bless her.
Actually, texted this morning. I was like, I'm so sorry.
You did a lot of texting.
I did a lot of texting.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I hope we
one of those nights. And I'm so sorry. That's like
it could have easily been where Vin texted back and went, man, I thought you were pro, but you guys are children. It's been fun, but good luck. I wish you well. He didn't. He was like, that was the shit. And Jen and Travis, he could have gone, you know what? We thought you guys, I liked your show. I still like your show a little bit, but you guys are fucking assholes and obnoxious as shit. And you know what? My wife doesn't need that. I drive a Denali, okay? I don't need this shit in my life, okay? You guys are children.
I wonder if after listening to 5 years of the show, he didn't kind of know you'd be like that.
I'm sure he kind of knew.
That his wife, that's on him, really.
His wife listens, right?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why she would. She's just such a proper person, professional.
So nice.
Family and like, dude, what are you doing? And so we get here and get out of the car and you're doing the whole bro thing. Oh, dude, fucking hugs and you do when you're drunk, that you would never do sober. And it's like I get out of the car and T-Roy gets out of the car and he's like, where's my fucking beer? T-Roy grabs his fucking beer and I'm kind of walking in. It's a great night, man. Trev goes, are you sure you got power?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I paid the bill. That bill's paid. We got Powser. We're good.
See, if I was Travis, I'm back.
Oh, God, yeah. Hell yes. Well,
go. They don't have power. Jen, get the fuck out of here.
They don't know yet that they don't have power. Go.
It was a great night. Good luck. See
Good
ya.
luck, guys. Windows up, fucking boom. They're at the end of the street. We walk in.
But instead, he goes,
I
"You
don't
sure you
think
got
you have
power?"
I go, of course you got power. Paid the bill a few days ago. We're good. We're good. Not shutting it off on me again for unpaid lighting bills or whatever. And he goes, pretty sure I hear generators around the neighborhood.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know that you have power. And I'm like, come to think of it, those lights are usually on outside the garage. And then I walk in, sure as shit, nothing.
Oh, what time is it at that point?
5.
Because you've got the
4.
spring forward.
Oh yeah, it's legit 4 in the morning.
Oh,
which meant spring
shit,
forward. It's 5 in the
man.
morning.
Oh God.
Oh, I said it wasn't pretty, Jay. This was not pretty at all. It's 4 in the morning
early.
probably. And so it's like, no problem. T-Roy has hooked up the generator plug that we've used many times here.
Yeah.
The generator's right there. All we need to do is unhook the garage thing so you can manually roll up the garage. And Travis did that like a boss.
Travis
then-
is still here helping with the. Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah, dude. It gets way worse. It gets way worse. Jay, you're going to be humiliated.
He goes and gets gas, doesn't he?
No.
He
did not go get gas.
for
I
the
would have allowed
Does
it.
he sing
I
you
would,
to sleep? What does he
I-
do?
I
How does
would-
it get worse?
I would have allowed that
He has
had
a
he
cuddling?
wanted to because he had the DD. Jennifer was
Yeah.
there. So they should have gone and get gas.
True.
Why make us do it? And so, but there was still some in there because I'm responsible and I didn't leave it empty last time.
Oh, so you kept old gas in our generator.
yes, exactly. I thought that was a good thing. That way it's ready to go next time we need to
it
go.
Didn't start. Did
No,
it?
it didn't.
God.
No. And so Troy pulls it out into a giant lake. And so everybody's shoes are ruined and soaking wet and it's dark as fuck. We can't see a thing. And it doesn't want to start. The generator's like, nope, fuck you guys. You put old gas in me and you just expect me to work all the time. Forget it. You're
I'm
on your
all
own. I'm
plugged
out.
up.
I'm all plugged up. I'm not starting. Forget it. Forget it. Not going to happen. And so I was like, well, this has been fun. I'm going to go inside and see what I can find in there to do.
Are you kidding?
I got to whiz. Dude, I told you you were going to be humiliated. This is it's horribly embarrassing. Chase literally has his head
Is
down.
it? Is
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Is there
in shame.
I don't-
He's in shaming. right
Travis goes and gets his generator, doesn't he?
now. No.
Oh my
It's
God.
not Ed Grabo. Christ's sakes. Travis somehow searching through my garage, which he didn't ask permission for, but I'm gonna let it slide because I was in the house somewhere. Finds jumper cables and uses. He decides that the battery is dead on the generator, and hooks up his car,
Dude,
a fucking Denali, to our generator. After an hour, he successfully got it started.
Holy shit, man.
After an hour, it's 5 in the morning now, and Jennifer is stone sober, by the way.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine
God
that poor
bless
one?
her.
Oh,
Travis, don't mess this up. You got the greatest woman on the planet.
dude,
Holy shit.
Think about this. What his and her night went from. He thought, we'll have some fun, have some drinks. My wife's gonna be the DD. We go, we do the bus thing, we leave by midnight, by home
Right.
at 1 o'clock,
Got
and
some
I'm fucking,
closet time.
I'm in Pound Town.
Yes.
You know, kids are gone,
That's
asleep.
it.
5 in the morning, he's in a retard's driveway doing man work. Dude, Travis, you shouldn't listen anymore. And you shouldn't let Jennifer either. Like, dude, that was just bad.
It's beyond the Call of Duty.
Yeah, so I had to apologize. I'm sorry. Tell your wife I'm really sorry because that's at least you had a few cocktails in you. And, dude, as soon as they leave, they got to the end of the driveway and they leave. Whole thing shuts down.
Oh no.
Generator
So
was
you
like-
ran after him and got him back. You called him.
Wait, hold on. You guys are just taking a turn. Hold on. Dude, it was like the generator went, all right, I'm going to start because this motherfucker ain't going to give up. It's been an hour. He's got fucking jumper cables at this point. I'm going to make him go away because he's the last link in the problem. He's the one that's, going to make it work. So the generator started up, and as soon as he was out of the driveway, thing went, suck a dick, and shut
Oh,
down.
man.
And then Troy and I spent another hour trying to manually start the fucking thing. I'm like, it's push start, T. You just
I don't
push start.
even-
You just. He's like, it ain't gonna work, bro. It ain't gonna work.
I'm
Ain't gonna work,
actually.
bro. And he's just pulling the thing. He's like, bro, we're just going to bed dark. It's going
That's what I
to
was
go.
gonna say. At that point, man,
Yeah,
aren't you
what do you need
tired
the
enough
power
that
at
you
that
can't
point for?
sleep?
It's 5:30 in the morning. At this point, it's a fucking challenge. And I'm going, no, T, I can't go to bed if I don't have a TV on. He's like, bro, we're going to bed dark. He tried to manually start this. Finally goes, I don't like giving up, bro, but fuck this shit. I'm out. Have a good night, fam. Gives me a knuckle bump and walks inside to absolute fucking darkness.
Sure.
And so then the real hero of the story shows up 4 hours later when I woke up after a nice night of sleep on the couch bed. And I realized, because T goes, man, just give me up first thing in the morning. I'll get the Powser back on. I'll get that thing going or whatever. I was like, all right, cool. And so I'm like, it's been 3 hours and T-Roy's not up. I'm mumbling about the house. Where's T-Roy?
You didn't call your dad, did you?
Fuck no. I called you before I called my dad. Called Travis back. I need
you did.
No, I called Graybo and I called Trav and I got him over there immediately. No, I was walking around the house just going, T-Roy said he was going to get up. He was going to fix the pauser and there's no pauser and I can't watch TFC and I can't do anything. I'm doing that for like 40 minutes and I was like, I don't think I hear any generators on out there. I was like, oh man, but they switched that thing off and that thing off and then I could blow up the house if I do it wrong. I took a gamble, dude. I rolled the dice.
Oh boy.
Flipped a couple switches.
I went outside first and I turned that one off there's some switches in the garage. And then I went out and I was like, oh, there's the main. There's the fucking main. And it's off. Sure as shit, it's off. T-Ray had it off. And I was like, I either blow up the house or I'm a hero.
A hero.
I'm a hero.
Yourself.
Well, yeah. Dude, we didn't have power. We're here now broadcasting. Why? This guy.
You pulled the main.
I'm a hero. I actually texted someone and said, listen, hero might be a bit strong, but it's close. It's close. T-Ray came down like an hour later, and I had bagels going in the toaster oven.
Oh, my God.
Not
Heating them
possible,
right up, yeah.
dude. T-Ray said, dude, I got to be honest, man. I figured I was going to come down. There was going to be no fucking bagels or coffee, and this was going to be a disaster. And look at you. So he really kind of thought I was a hero, too.
He appreciated that.
Oh, he did. He did. So
what's your estimate? How much sleep last night?
I bet it's less than me.
Yeah, we'll get to eat next. 3 hours, maybe. Yeah, I went to bed I want to say it was 5. All I remember, I was eating a strawberry shortcake popsicle.
Are you on the couch bed at this point?
I'm on the couch bed, yeah. And I've got a bag of Cheetos, but not the real, like the puffy ones. And then I've got a thing of teriyaki beef jerky. So I got teriyaki beef jerky, strawberry shortcake ice cream, and a full bag of the Cheetos puffy ones.
All the main food groups represented.
Right.
Exactly.
Rather than try the pyramid is right there.
There's cheese. There's milk. That's dairy.
Yeah. There's puff.
There's
Cheeto.
Yeah. There's puff. I missed the green section, but I got in there the meat section, which is very, very important.
Protein. Gotta have protein.
You got to. It's very important.
You're gonna get cramps if you don't.
And so that was at like 5 or 5:30, creeping into 6, and then I woke up, I think, at 9:30, but it was really 10:30.
Yeah, right.
Not to mention, my phone died hours earlier, and I had no way to charge it.
Oh, what a disaster.
Dude, this was a nightmare. Vin ruined my night. Like, this is Vin's fault in the end. If he didn't make us go to the fucking pub crawl, none of this would have happened.
True.
And so Isis, I'm like, wait till E gets here, because he's usually the all-night guy. You had a later night than I did.
Dude, I won't tell the whole. It's not much to tell other than it was late. Pretty much same thing Mike did. We had a designated driver. Now all of a sudden, instead of me and my our listener Linda, who won the raffle, that's why
I
she
like
was
her,
there.
by the way.
She's great,
Yeah,
man.
she's
She's great. And we Ubered from her place because we didn't want to deal with that shit. So we went to the fucking Costas.
Why didn't you have the bullies pick you up?
I don't know, but we went to the Costas and we were down in the basement drinking more drinks, listening to the music, and then finally I don't even look at the phone. I don't know what time it is. I just go to myself, you know what, Linda, we probably should go home. I think it's late enough.
Linda?
Yeah, Linda going home together.
Well, no, but we probably should get home because it's pretty late. I do the lift. It's it's out the door. We walk outside. Fucking sun out, dude. It was 9 in the morning.
That is
8 in the morning. 8 in the morning. Sorry, but we're really 9.
Is there a bigger shame feeling than, like, the walk of shame sucks, but when you walk out of whatever debauched night you've had and it's full on sunlight,
yeah, it was
like, that's when you're like, I need to reevaluate things.
Yeah,
like,
you kind of have a panic attack. Like, oh God, oh no, I didn't sleep and I need to sleep.
Yeah,
especially as you get older, because then it's like, dude, this is my week's fucked. Like, there's no way to write this for the week.
You're right.
If you go home at 9 a.m. and you haven't slept, like,
really,
what are you gonna do? Sleep till 6 and then figure you're gonna work that? No, you're fucked, dude.
You gotta remember, like, I walked out at 8, really, but 9, so it's an hour to get home. So basically, I get home at 10, which is really 11 in the morning in reality.
What is your poor mother saying at that point?
I don't know. They know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, victim. Sure, it's somebody else's fault, righty?
Oh yeah, mom's gonna say that. We learned that for sure. None of these problems.
I didn't want to stay out drunk. I was made to. Goddamn it.
Hey, speaking of drinking, at every Twin Peaks, you'll find wall-to-wall TVs, scratch food, and the signature 29-degree beer served by the best-in-class Twin Peaks girls. Welcome to your new local spot for sports and scenic views. Twin Peaks Eats, Drinks, Scenic Views.
And we should say thanks to everybody that did come out kind of last minute this week as we kind of pushed that event. And a lot of really cool. That was a good group of people out there.
Mhm.
You know, Tim Peterson came out there, the one that drove Jerry to the fucking airport. John was out there. It was just a good group all the way around. Kelly, who played my wife for the day because her husband wasn't there, and I was like, well, I don't have a girl with me, so you can be my wife for the night, and that played out well. and what was I gonna say? I got a separate box this weekend, dude. I'm like, I don't want to open this. I don't want to open it. It's from Jerry.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? It's gonna be like a picture of his dick or something, like him docking. Oh, Mike, I thought you and Jay would be interested in seeing this.
Dick in a box.
It was not a dick in a box. It was he wrote that card and thanked everybody. And he sent all the beads to E, which E, you need to.
Oh yeah.
Don't you want to say something to people?
Yeah, actually,
Like
you
they
know
have
what?
certificates of authenticity.
Dude,
Right.
handwritten.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
It's dope as shit,
Yeah, it
man.
is.
It's really well done.
I have most of. I'm glad. It's a good segue forward, I guess. I have most of the addresses, but there's a Chad. Man, I can't pronounce these names, but I copy and pasted them from it.
Smith,
It's not Smith. It's not.
Kinjorski.
The top two ones, dude. These two names.
Kinjorski? Really? You can't. Chad Kinjorski and Joe Sessi?
Yeah, those people, they're not on Facebook or whatever. So if you could email me, I would appreciate it. Todd Simpson also won to go to watch the WrestleMania at the Manor, but I'm not friends with him on Facebook. So if you could email me, eric@thetroycast.com, that'd be great.
Very
All
good.
right. Just a little cleanup from the SOS fundraiser.
There
Good
you
job,
go.
Jesus.
And so yeah, I get this box and it's from Jerry, and there's a handwritten note explaining, I can't believe I did this, but in my hustle to get these out and distributed, whatever, I left Tim's love beads out by accident, and this is horrible. I feel so, like, he writes this whole note about how sexy he thinks Tim is, second only to Jay. If Jay was, able to play ball, he's got it separately bagged. These beads that he handmade for him. And so I showed Tim that. I said, I'll bring the beads out and everything to you, last night. Of course I didn't do that.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I told him I would. I was like, do you want the letter? Or you want to just toss it? He's like, are you kidding me? Fuck off. Yes, I want the letter. I was like, oh, all right. I just thought it was about the beads. But yeah, so they're here for you, Tim. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. The other thing over the weekend, the studio we were moving along on.
Yeah, it looks great, man.
Yeah, it's coming
Lighting
along.
in there is sweet.
Yeah, and that's not even finished yet. Parchment paper is needed. I need to get a roll of parchment paper to soften the lights in there. But dude, there was so much testing going on. I had no idea how involved some of that shit is when you're trying to get like 4 live cameras at the same time onto, like Jay and E and me and a studio of wide shots and stuff, and not be disrupted by each other's microphone stands and microphones. So you've got really good video.
So it's going to be distinctly different than what people are watching right now on YouTube.
Yes.
It'll be like the opposite.
Right.
Tim's like, I think Jay doesn't want to be on camera. I was like, why would you say that? He's the prettiest one in the room.
Oh,
of
man,
course,
I'm
Tim.
blushing again.
Of course, Jay wants to be on camera. He goes, no, he's got the way his mic is set up. It's like blocks his face every time anyways. I go, yeah, I know. I thought the same thing, but if he goes to the other side with it, he can't get to his iPad. Like he's in a lose-lose.
It's a conundrum.
It is.
It's a real pickle.
Oh, it's going to be fixed.
I see.
Yeah. But dude, it's like a puzzle. It's crazy how involved it all is. So the other thing I did was I got a hold of DirecTV. Tell you what, I read them the riot act.
Did you really?
Oh, my bill's outrageous. It was like $206 a month. And now, yes, I'm paying $230 a month, but I got more boxes and stuff. So I really put the fucking foot down.
$230 a month, man.
How outrageous. The guy, she's like, well, that'll add another $7 a month. I said, this is just, he's here, have him do the work, and I will be calling next week. We are going to fix this. This is bullshit. And so they came in and installed all this shit. But what it did, Jay, was
there's no boxes anymore, right? They just hang from the back of the TV.
Well, they're these genie, like you've got a base, like in my room, there's a hub.
Yeah.
And then they've got all these little minis that are all over because you can only have 5 in a house, but we need 6 because there's 2 TVs down here, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. So, but it blew out my entire fucking DVR. Like I don't know, 600 hours worth of shit in there
that you were about to get to.
I was going to get to.
Right,
like this weekend, I was going to cruise through all of it. I really was. It's gone. And dude, I have been in a panic. Like, I don't know what to do with myself.
What do you feel like you're missing? Like
A Simpsons episode from 12 years ago? Simpsons? I'm going to get to it. He said it was
so
good.
much content, man. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just turn on Netflix or DirecTV and.
Well, what I've been doing now is like, because now I can record 5 programs at once on any of the TVs. So now I'm like, well, guess I'll just record that. I'm recording
Soccer?
anything.
Every soccer game.
No,
Come on, Mike.
Dude, I don't support sweatshops. So no, I do not record soccer. But I started like, well, Simpsons. Well, Bob's Burgers, because sometimes they roll over each other, and I don't want to watch Bob's Burgers, but I better record it in case they go half the episode or something, so I'll get that. And then I was like, American Idol. Fuck it, I got the room.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was
American Idol.
Shut up. I know. And so I go into the other room, and I'm like, hey, T, because T watches like America's Got Talent. Like he has weird shit he watches. I'm like, yo, T. He's like, yo, what up? And I'm like, hey, are you into and he's just sitting on the couch, sitting there with a beer. And I'm like, do you happen to watch American Idol? He's like, no, man, I hate sucking dicks.
Sucking dicks.
Yeah. He's like, anybody that watches American Idol obviously loves cock,
Okay.
which is reference. He's like, no, man, I don't suck dicks. He's like, all right. He's like, but I have seen it before. Why? And I was like, because I recorded it. He's like, what the fuck, man? What's the matter with you? I was like, look, I got to fill the space back up. I feel lost, man. There's nothing in the fucking portal. So bear with me as I record some really shitty things over the next few months.
Man.
It's been a nightmare, Jay. It's been a nightmare over here.
That makes me think of a grievance that found me over the weekend.
Oh, dude,
wow.
I have a grievance too, by the way.
Okay.
But you could go. I'm just saying.
well, why don't I jump on this? I haven't
Going on the clock?
really thought it through, and as I think about it for a moment, this may be stolen. I know we've talked about the issue before, but I'm willing to
don't sandbag.
Willing to risk it.
What
right?
do you want to go over the rules really quick? Do you want to?
Yeah, the rules of grievances are simple. The purported aggrieved individual shall have 30 seconds to state his grievance.
Mm-hmm.
The person, that purported aggrieved individual, is hoping to get a ruling from the other 2 members of TDC of bona fide. Bona fide as fuck would be the absolute unbelievable.
Yeah, what do we call that?
BFAF.
BFAF.
But it could also be rendered pussy, old man, and hopefully no one has the temerity to steal a grievance.
Yeah.
We have done several of these, so I'm getting to the point where it's like, I know we've talked about this issue. I don't know if it's been a grievance before.
Okay, well, if it hasn't officially been a grievance, I think precedent has been set that while some topics have been talked about, it hasn't been aggrieved,
it hasn't been formally grieved.
It can stand. However, there have been some absolutely
atrocious,
egregious
highway robbery.
Yeah, where it's like, we talk about that literally every show. You can't agree. I know it's not been technically set, but dude, you know, the media stinks. All they're doing is stories about water skiing squirrels and stuff. There's my grievance. Now, so anyway, go ahead. So you put yourself on the clock?
Yeah. All right. People who disclose scores of live sporting events. Aren't we to the point now where everybody is taping this shit, right?
Right.
Everybody has this stuff going on DVR or it's being saved somehow, some way. If you are at a different event and a good game is going on, you have to assume if the person you're talking to is a sports fan that they probably are taping the thing. So why, sir, friend of the family, did you pull out your phone and show me the score of the Michigan State basketball game halfway through?
This is brilliant, Jay, that you did this. I fully understand now why you said possibility that this is stolen. That was not sandbaggery. That was well played. I'm going to give you beyond bona fide as fuck. This is so stupid that we even play this game as a society. We've bitched about it before, but it has never been aggrieved, and I give you bona fide as fuck.
Thank you. Isis?
Same, obviously.
Yeah, right. I mean, everybody.
Not even a question.
If a game's going on, you shut the hell up. You just assume.
I assume it with everything, by the way. I assume it with any TV show, any series you're watching, anything that you watch.
Don't spoil it at that moment. Like if it happened a week ago, you go, hey man, did you already, you watch that? You see the last episode of Game of Thrones or whatever, you know what happened?
Yeah.
No, okay, I won't tell you. And
most people, like, if you're talking about a sitcom or a movie and it's like, oh man, did you see The Simpsons? You have some time to go, no, I got it recording at home. Don't tell me I don't any spoilers.
But a game,
but
man.
A game,
and there's no way, hey, did you see that Simpsons? Because here's the difference. Did you see that fucking Simpsons episode last night?
Yeah.
Because that's what people do. Did you see that bullshit fucking shit-ass Lions game last night? No, I'm TiVoing it, but now I don't need to watch it.
Guess what? I know what happened, right?
And why the fuck is CNN scrolling sports scores?
Are they really?
Dude, what are you doing?
Why the fuck is anyone watching CNN anymore? Mike?
Right, I'm doing better. But why on earth? Is there any person on the planet who's going, God, and once this commercial breaks over, they're going to give me the score of that Baylor fucking game. I just need to know.
That's insane.
Like, why? The only possible thing you can do is fuck up me who taped it.
Right.
And I don't think, I think the NFL is even wrong, scrolling every fucking game on the bottom of their screen. It's like, dude,
good point.
We're all watching this shit.
Yes, we are at the point now where everybody's taping this shit.
Yes, we're all taping it. And the amount of people who think they're good enough actors to go, dude, I didn't say anything. I didn't tell you what happened. It's like, no, dude, the look on your face told me exactly what happened. By the look on your face, I can tell if we got fucked, we got our asses handed to us, or if we won. I can tell all of those by the look on your face or the tone in your voice. God, I hate this.
Bonafide as fuck. Thank you, gentlemen. Isis, are you ready to grieve?
Sure.
A grievance found, Isis. Purported grievance. Here we go.
I'm going to say pussy old man.
I had to do my license renewal for the, every so years you actually have to renew it. And you go to the Secretary of State, remember, and how we have got on people about going online? They have stopped allowing you to check in online now, saying that it wasn't working well enough. I had to be there for 3 hours waiting, and there was nothing I could do about it because they took away the going in line, checking in online ahead of time. And it's like, dude, it worked fine. I've used it a few times. Anyway, so that's my grievance. The idea of how long that they took this thing away, I guess.
Boy.
See, here's the problem I have with this, Jay, right off the jump. I hate even saying this. I'm sorry, E, but is this possibly a way of him mentioning, because it only gets renewed on your birthday? Is this his way of bringing up the fact that, don't forget, guys, it was my birthday the other day.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Jay.
Come on.
I'm not saying that's for sure what you're doing, but is it possible, Jay?
I think I'd be harder on you, Isis, but Russell experienced this the other day. Gab and Russell tried to check in, tried to do the responsible thing and check in hours before.
And give you that message saying, right, that like we no longer do it or something, or.
And so they ended up waiting for 3.5 hours or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they go to lunch next door?
It's like the olden days.
Yeah, go to a bookstore for a couple hours.
But it's like you don't know.
When did they change that? Because I successfully used that system. It's been, in September or October.
Dude, it's been within like a week because I talked to somebody. I was talking to someone on Snapchat about it. I was like, this is fucking happening.
You're sure it's not just like down for it's under construction or something?
It said, I believe
I thought a really good system.
It was an incredible system.
People were really happy with that.
Was that one of those where it would do like the spinning clock of death where it's going, you have 1 minute to wait, and then it's like boom, all of a sudden it jumps back and it's like you have 8 minutes to wait for your video?
No.
Because I was wondering if they would do that where it was like, you'll be up in an hour. And then it was like, you'll be ready in 15 minutes. You're like, dude, I thought I had an hour.
Well, the message said that it wasn't working well. Like, I guess I have it screenshot, I think, what it actually said. It was kind of like saying that, like, well, you're right. Like, we're fixing it, I suppose. But they said, like, it wasn't working, essentially. And I'm like, dude, it was definitely the MI Times queuing system for customers to get in line or monitor their places in line at our branches isn't providing quality customer service. We have taken that portion out of the system. You can
for the time being.
It doesn't. As we work on to improve the service.
I'm going pussy old man.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's bona fide because I would hate to sit there in line. That's bona fide
bullshit, man.
Fuck, dude. But pussy old man, what do you have to do? You don't have 3 hours to wait.
That's what I was about to say. Isis, you have a very flexible life.
I'm very flexible.
Isis, hold your tongue.
Okay.
I wasn't about to say that you don't do shit.
I was going to say to Mike.
You have a lot of flexibility. So you could have planned this better, Go on a Tuesday at 9:30 a.m.
Well,
great point.
I didn't want to. You know what the reason was? The only reason I did it, and so Mike is going to be right, I suppose, that I'm going to bring up a birthday issue. But like, if I went out Saturday night and I had a license that wasn't, even though I know I don't look 21 anymore,
not even close.
I know, but I get carded sometimes, and I have had dickbag fucking people. This is expired. I'm like, dude, I'm 30 fucking years old, but it's like, well, this is 2 days expired. I can't sell you a drink. It's like, are you kidding me?
That would have been a debacle.
So because I was going to the sponge thing, I knew I had to make.
You wouldn't have bought him shit either. You'd be like, oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
No,
he
needs to be taught lessons. Yeah, he needs to be taught lessons.
You're a nation of laws.
Dude, you know what when I sat there for 3 hours? 3 hours trying to get my license renewed. I thought about how people are like, Yeah, why don't we want the government running the healthcare and the hospitals?
I know,
Are you
right?
fucking kidding me?
I know.
It
Yeah,
really
imagine if you
is.
need a heart transplant, not just a renewed license.
What is the hang up there, by the way? Because I see you've got a lobby full of people, but there's a lobby full of people at McDonald's too, and they usually got 2 fucking assholes working at the register. The Secretary of State has like 15 people.
Dude, a lot of it though, I think, is the people who come in, they don't have the proper paperwork and shit like that.
Out. You need the proper paper.
Yeah.
Beat it. They've done that to me. Where's your license or where's your proof of registration
It's
and
very common.
proof of insurance? And I'm like, oh, I left that at home.
Dude, it is the most.
Come back later. Because when I go in there, I know there's some people, I don't know how long it takes to register a boat. Maybe that takes forever. I don't know. Tags for a boat, but
Gotta find that form in triplicate.
sure. But I go in there and it's like, I read the thing and it says you need your valid ID, you need a fucking proof of insurance.
You bring it, right?
And you go in there and you're like, yep, I need this fixed, and here's what they said to bring, so there it is. And then they go, great, that'll be $63. And I go, okay, $63. And they go, here's your shit. I go, okay, well, see you later.
And by the way,
And I leave. Like,
I know,
what
man.
is the
I know.
fucking hang up? It must be
There'll be
boat
people
registrations.
there'll be people up at that counter though for like an hour, right?
Yes, at least.
yes,
I encountered the same thing when I was renting a car down in Florida last week. Me and Russell are sitting there like we had pre-registered the thing, we had it, but
That's a whole other grievance. The rental car place, Jay. I'll give you credit
What
for
are
it.
you doing at the counter?
What
Like, how
are
many
you doing?
questions are you answering? What's going on? You just sign the shit. Are you reading the whole thing? Really? Nobody reads that shit. Just sign it, man. Get out the door.
What is the point to the stack of 1,000 papers? I need 3 initials, your initials here. You've highlighted it. I need 3 initials here, your signature here. I need you to date this one and sign it. It's like, nobody's reading this.
I have a
Shit, I just
feeling that
dropped that.
perhaps the other
Here we go.
customers' advanced ages may have had something to do with the delay.
It just looks like red tape and nonsense. I want a car. I'm not going to steal it, and if I crash it, that's on me. Would you like the extra insurance? They can ask that. But what am I even agreeing to? Why does it take 60 fucking hours? And then why is my car up 2 miles away in some weird lot?
Yeah, I tell
I
you.
got another thing, by the way, and I know this is the
Bonafide.
most cliche thing that you can say about the Secretary of State, but is there a good-looking Secretary of State and the normals? Like, there's nobody good-looking have to ever go to the Secretary of State.
Yeah, is there like a private line or something?
I mean,
Hot
Yeah.
people.
why is it that it is just
You know
the
what? You
scum of
can't-
the earth in there? Like,
It's basically it's all of us. Like, nobody avoids the Secretary of State, so all of us are the scum of the earth.
I
In a
think
sense.
though shitheads probably are in there more because they have more shit going on.
okay,
right? You know?
yeah,
I gotta
tickets or
renew
something,
this
or
and
yeah.
Yeah.
got that denied and
You know,
didn't pay this, and so here's this now.
when you get annoyed and it's like that couple is talking so fucking loud or something, and then I finally get to the point where it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy watching the utter pieces of shit that hang out in the Secretaries of State of America, and you'll see guys listening to music on full blast on their fucking phone without
Yes.
ear pods in. You'll hear some woman yelling at her, screaming at her
Yeah.
shitty kid.
Go on now, get
Get over it. God damn it. How many times do I have to tell you?
There was this one
Jesus
dude.
Christ, Lisa, get over here.
There was a dude sitting there like there were so many people by the way. There was so many people that there weren't even enough seats.
Make
so there
any
was,
friends, Jesus?
No, they're right at my phone. But there was this one dude sitting on the floor right by the door, and so anybody that came in and out had to make a joke and then like he got up at one point finally like up.
Just sitting on the floor right by the entry
Yes.
door? What secretary?
And it's like
of State is-
Novi-ish. Like
Shit.
technically
Go to
Wixom.
Southfield. Go to Southfield.
But like, and so like, and then like he eventually got up to his window, and the window ended up being right by where he was, and he goes, could have just stayed here the whole time or something. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
we don't.
kibitzing with the patrons of the Secretary of State.
Look, I don't think any of us plan on doing 20 minutes on the Secretary of State today. It's not something that's normally part of our repertoire, but can someone please tell me what the fuck that security guard is for? What the fuck is that security guard for? What
don't
is
know,
his
man.
role? That guy's taking a nap every time I see him. He's just standing there.
There's a lot of cash being exchanged. I don't know.
He doesn't know shit either. It's like, hey, man, is this line moving fast? Back of it, man. It's over there.
Yeah,
Thanks. That was
He's
great.
just a rental cop, right?
Dude, he's worse. His shirt's not even tucked in. He's just standing there with an elbow leaning on the garbage can as there's a line out the door.
Let me
It's
guess. He's Instagramming his farts.
like, he could be. But I went up there and I was like, hey, man, I just got this thing. It said to be here by 3:05, for my automatic to the front of the line, fuck everybody else thing. And he's like, I'm like, it's 307. You know, he's like, oh man, I don't know. You're gonna have to go up and talk to one of them once they call your number. Really? You can't even tell me what the policy is if I'm 2 minutes fucking late?
You've been sitting here like for 4 weeks.
You would think
straight.
you would just get curious.
You would, yeah. Just learn some policies.
Just like, I got nothing else to do.
How does this place work anyway?
Why does it take y'all motherfuckers so long, man? What's the deal?
What do you? What's it take to register a boat? Say I had a boat.
Why didn't boat register sitting in here for like 2 days, man? What the fuck's going on? By the way, if some asshole comes in a minute or two late, what happens to that dude? Because a lot of people ask me, and I basically tell them to suck a dick, but I don't know. What's the company policy on that? Oh Jesus!
Hey, speaking of insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have, who provides it. Well, let TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900 and get a free, no obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900. You, sir, probably called Brent Wasick recently because you got a new truck. From Zott Ford and Holly.
I did. You saw that, did you? I thought I got a black truck.
I did too.
Yeah. I did not get a black truck. I got a red truck.
Explain.
Well, it's a new color. I think it's magma something. And
it's sharp, Mike. It's sharp.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? And
but
so
you thought it was black.
Well, it's like this. It's one of those like, ooh, what are we doing here? Like when the sun hits it, it fucking sparkles and looks different.
It was the magic hour when I got here, and it sort of hit it. I'm like, wait a second, man. I thought that was a fucking flat black truck. Like,
well, I got to Zott Ford at like dusk, right? So there was not a lot of light. It was kind of gray skies, and the sun was basically calling it a night. And so I go out there, and he's like, oh yeah, man, this is one of the new colors of sweet. And I'm like, that's really black, man. That's sweet. I said, it's just kind of, I can tell that it's off black. And he's like, yeah, but man, when the sun hits it, you see this kind of tinge of purplish red. And he said, it's really cool, man. It's cool. I was like, done. Fill out the papers. I don't need a test drive. I don't need to see anything. Don't just get me in it and let's get out of here.
It's beautiful.
And 14 hours later, I was on my way out of Zott Ford in my brand new red truck. Yep.
With a steering wheel and everything?
Everything, yeah. They fucking charged me for it, though, for the steering wheel. No, they were great. Dude, the rebates that are out on the fucking... Because I went in... Yeah, because F-150, like, I don't look or feel like a truck guy, you know? Like, I'm just not a big husky. I'm not a man. I'm more woman than man.
Okay.
Very much a pussy. Can't even change a light bulb, really, without
Have you ever had a truck?
Well, I've had, like...
I know you've had Hummers,
SUVs, Hummer, Jeep Cherokees, Jeep Wranglers.
You never had a truck bed.
No, because I figured then friends are going to ask you to help them move.
Yeah.
And so that right there was a reason to never get one.
I just find it tremendously useful, and I'll be interested to see if you do too.
Yeah.
Like it won't feel like you're probably thinking in your head, like, what would I put in the back of a truck? But you will find that you use it a ton.
Well, T-Ray already said, yo, man, we both got trucks now. Why don't we load up that bullshit carpet that's in the garage? And we'll truck that shit out somewhere and dispose it. Yeah. We'll back 40 that shit. I was like, yeah. I don't want to carry
That's like man work.
Yeah, we could do that.
Stand in the back of your truck and chuck it out in the back 40 somewhere. Hell yeah. It's like baling hay.
I've already hit a wall. Almost hit another car.
Yeah, the thing you're going to hate about is like parking downtown or something, you know? Did you think about that?
Yeah, no.
Didn't consider that?
No. I said, boy, you know, that's a lot bigger than what I'm used to. And, you know, I said, and she goes,
you'll be fine.
I go, parking is probably going to be kind of a pain in the ass. She's like, nah, no. I think it was Stacy. She's like, no, not an issue.
She just disagrees with you. Nope.
Not even it won't be.
Here, sign here.
Yeah. Look, I need 14 initials
You'll
here.
Be fine.
Sign. She's like, you're good. No, the turning radius. They fucking lean on the goddamn turning radius.
Is that
the
right?
turning radius is so spectacular.
Yeah, it's still a truck, man.
I was like, gas has got to be. This thing's got a guzzle.
Nope,
absolutely not.
80 miles a gallon, you're good.
You are going to get four miles to the gallon, and you're going to love it. You don't even drive that much. It's perfect for you. This is like the sensible car for you.
Yeah.
The sensible
and
car.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm doing 3-point turns to go to Brugger's Bagels.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
You can't get it in your garage.
I can, but.
Can you?
I can't. It's like wearing spandex, dude. That's what my truck feels like. If I put it in the garage, it would be like me wearing spandex. Like that's how T-Roy did it once. I gave him shotgun position in the garage because he let me. We switched cars for the day, and I was like, tell you what, as a reward, you get shotgun in the garage. And so he pulled in the garage, and I was like, boy, oh boy, T really got close to that garage. I mean, he had
inch and a half
clearance, and I was like, he must have 12 feet of room up front.
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half clearance. Like, dude, how? I don't know. I don't know how he did that. Magic. But so yeah, I've already and then yes, I was like, he's like, Troy was like, yo man, don't worry about it. You got way more room than you even realize. It'll beep 4-inch shit and warn you, and you'll get to feel it. But you just know you got a lot more room. I was like, okay, with that in mind, I backed into a spot yesterday, and I was like, God damn it, I'm sticking 14 feet up from Troy's right, I got more room, and I was like, boom, fucking 3 inches later, bang, right into the wall. Like, I know you don't have more room. This thing's fucking huge.
Yeah, they're big. How about that back seat though, huh?
I haven't been back there yet.
Holy shit, those
Haven't
super
been back
cabs,
there yet.
unbelievable, man.
Yeah, they hold a lot of old newspapers and mail and clothes. Lots of stuff goes back there.
Speaking of F-150s, the Ides of March are smiling down, and that means Gabara and the lovely leprechauns at Zotford and Holly are sharing their pot of gold, with all of our lucky listeners.
Shares.
Lease a new 19 Ford all-wheel drive Escape or new 19 Ford EcoSport as low as $82 a month. Yep, $82. Or lease a new 19 Ford Edge or new 19 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 as low as, oh, now I know how much you paid for this, Mike. $97 a month.
Yeah,
did I say $97 a month? Yes, I did.
No.
Zot Ford keeps the green in your pocket. Take advantage of these charming payments before they disappear.
Well, it was a special day because I got to see Anthony Ketchum, who's fucking hilarious. I love that dude over there. And Gabara himself. And then fucking Todd Zott comes over. He's like,
we've got an emergency, Mike.
Yeah, we got an emergency.
I'm looking
going
out
on.
the front window here, and we just had an emergency vehicle.
It's not Juan. It's not Juan's house, everybody. Calm down. It's fine. Juan is all right. Unless they circle back. Was that multiple emergency vehicles?
It appeared to be an ambulatory vehicle as well as
blue and reds, too.
As well as a patrol car.
We might need to go investigate because we both used to know who lived down there, but he's gone now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And there was some
referring to.
Some.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Rumors of sketchy behavior going on there, but I think he moved. I think he's gone.
Hey, dude, sketchy behavior. You see the hot tub sex at Kalahari Resort. Kalahari Resort.
What?
Picture this place.
Where's Kalahari Resort?
It's one of those ones in Sandusky.
Yeah.
The Sweet Pie won a trip there 2 years ago.
Sandusky? Did you call it Sandusky?
Yes, I did it.
Okay.
It's in Marin County.
No. Sandusky is what it is now. Like forever. I hope. If anybody says Sandusky,
it's right by Cedar Point. It's one of the ones in Sandusky.
Wait, Cedar Point's in Sandusky.
Right.
Yeah.
So Kalahari is like, tagging along with Cedar Point, trying to get people to go. Everybody goes to Sandusky now, and so you got several things you can do.
Right.
Well, Sweet Pie won a trip there a couple of years ago, you may recall. And I think my takeaway was after going there for a couple of days, and she had like all expenses paid, and it was the hotel. And
it was legit. It wasn't a scam.
Oh, dude, it was really legit. This was like a $500 to $600 value with what she won. So my takeaway was my old lady doesn't have enough tats after being there. You know what I mean?
Yours doesn't? You don't think Gab has enough tats?
I don't think my old lady has enough tats. And this proves it, dude.
Wait,
hot tub
your
sex.
ball and chain has some tats, though.
Little one. Yeah, little. Listen to this. Alleged sex in a hot tub resulted in an unhappy ending for a Michigan couple arrested for disorderly conduct near a water park where children were playing nearby.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it? It's like a big indoor place,
Yeah.
It's like an airplane hangar filled with water slides and pools and hot tubs.
Grossness.
And they're having sex
They're
in the
fucking
hot
in it.
tub.
Yeah, of course they are.
Look, dude. There it is.
No.
And you're off in a hot tub having sex in there?
No.
Come on, man. There's kids everywhere.
No. I don't care about the kids, but you're not opposed to banging that. No. Where's the hot tub? Is this actually the place?
Yeah.
So
Mike,
where's the hot tub?
The trouble started at 8:15 p.m. Tuesday.
8:15? No.
There's like
you especially don't fuck in a hot tub at 8:15.
I know.
There's like a bunch of bars in there, even though it is a family thing. There's several bars in there.
It's all about getting drunk and
Did they say unhappy ending too? Were they playing off the whole happy ending, like wink, wink?
Of course they were.
When they said that,
this happened in Sandusky, Erie County. When the deputies arrived, security advised them that Mr. Mack and Miss Coates had been caught having sexual intercourse in the hot tub near the water park area. The sheriff said when confronted by a lifeguard, Mr. Mack became irate and almost struck the lifeguard. Go on now, get.
Yeah,
I'm in the middle of something.
Well, did he say what made him so irate? Did he stand up rock hard out of the fucking hot tub?
Lifeguard's like
some blue balls is what. Yeah.
That would be kind of a pisser if you're sitting there just fucking going to Pound Town with your girl,
dude,
and some ass wipe.
Let somebody finish in a hot tub in Kalahari, Sandusky.
Yeah, dude, but
Ohio.
Look at it. Some guy comes up to you and taps you on the shoulder. He's got the white fucking paste on his nose, and he's wearing the red trunks with lifeguard on the ass.
He's inside.
You don't
He
want
doesn't
that
need the
guy
white
fucking
face.
telling you to knock it out, pull
True.
out.
True.
Fuck that guy.
Not after 8 beers. Security walked the deputies to where the individuals were, and the deputy observed Mr. Mack aggressively pointing and yelling at the security officer. The deputy asked what happened, and he reported that he could smell alcohol. Whoa,
Wow,
alcohol.
what a shock.
No,
Look
those
at-
two don't drink.
I know. Can you believe that?
No
So
way.
eventually they get the dude into a cop car, and he freaking escapes and starts running.
Hell yeah, he did. Hell yeah. Not the first time he's done that.
Of course, he's cuffed, and they grab him. You ever try running with cuffs on?
Not easy.
Yeah.
Front.
It's
You want him
not-
front more than you
not
want him
easy.
back. In the
Not
back is
easy.
really hard. Dude, okay. Was he caught again?
Yeah.
So he was tackled, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
planted face
Yeah,
first. That's what we're
is that
seeing there.
Yeah.
Neither of those individuals should be fucking. Like hot tub or no hot tub.
I would agree.
You know what I mean? Like, don't you wish that they weren't fucking if you knew? Like, no, they're not allowed to by law fuck anyone.
Dude, it's so gross.
Ugh. She was probably screaming too. You know what I mean? Like no concern at
Right.
all for
Oh,
what's
yeah,
around
yeah.
them, their surroundings at all. She's gonna get hers in a hot tub with kids all around.
8:15. Kids everywhere. My God.
By the way, you're underwater in a hot tub, right? Like you're underwater. It's fucking in a hot tub for the record sucks
I
anyways.
agree. I agree.
Water fucking sucks.
Agreed.
Right? Hot tub doesn't make it. I know it sounds awesome. You're more likely to drown your wife after having a heart attack in a hot tub the day before her daughter's wedding
Yeah.
than to have successful sex in a hot tub. It's just not that good. But do you have any idea how obnoxious you have to be behaving in that hot tub for them to go, oh, that dude's fucking?
Oh, I know.
Because you could sit on a lap, act like you're rubbing her shoulders,
Yeah.
and just be under the water, just fucking
Right.
wow,
right.
you know, really.
You can hide it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, you could really be fucking driving some whab
He probably
underneath.
has her up on the edge with her legs spread, you know?
Her doggy style. She's got her elbows on the back of the thing. He's not just subtly like a pro pulling her fucking the crotch area to one side and getting in there.
He has her bikini bottoms on his head.
Yeah, or he's flinging them around in a circle or on his finger, screaming.
Gross.
Fucking animals,
It's all alleged, of course.
of course. I need to take a break really quick. Did you watch that Michigan State game, by the way, the basketball game?
Well, after I saw the score, at halftime, I
Yeah.
wasn't super encouraged about it.
Yeah,
But,
they were
I
down
did.
what, 20 or something?
I don't think it was that much. I think they were
thought
down
it was-
10 or 12.
I thought it was a big, or maybe that was the Pistons game the other night. They were down
Correct.
20.
Yes,
Was that it?
you're thinking of the Pistons, I
Yeah.
think.
But yeah, congratulations to your Sparties.
Yeah.
Looking good. So we'll get into some of that and some other stuff next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. He's just reminded me we need to have an AA run. Turn that notification.
I know, I will.
off. Like
I will.
that's. I mean, we're not used to using this laptop. We used to use the iMac to run these
Right.
music backwards. You know, these beds, and the iMac's in the other studio, and so we're stuck using the laptop. But it's obviously chiming every time we get email, which has fucked up 2 intros now. So
Yeah, I don't
he
know.
can turn it off.
Yep.
He turned it off on my laptop upstairs. It's been life changing. It's been life changing not having that thing go every time a fucking
Phone or email comes in.
Dude,
That's
every
the thing.
time.
It's not even real emails.
No, the other thing that was driving me nuts was where I pull up an email and none of the pictures are there, and I have to right click and download the pictures or whatever to show them, and I'm like, no.
Well, that's usually good because all we get is boner and hot milfs. Look at me, you know.
I know. Look,
That's
you
all
want
we
to fuck
Yeah.
like that one, but dude, I found out because I was like, "Hey, Ron, fix this." I don't want to click right. Just
You want to
fucking
see
show
the hot
picture.
milfs every time.
I got to tell you, man, the ones like I don't mind being spammed
Not bad, huh?
if they're gonna have hot young nude chicks like
yeah,
front
it's not
and
like
center.
it's a big dick sitting there. It's
Yeah.
a hot
I mean,
chick.
who's the guy? Is it Johnson, Paul Johnston that was sending us all
Oh
that?
my gosh,
I mean,
that
the guy's
guy's legendary.
He's an artist. He's an absolute artist, right?
A connoisseur.
Because you see, nude pictures of chicks, and it's like, yeah, I've seen that. I've either seen that before, or it's like he's running his own operation, man. Like I've never seen the level, like classy too, not like a chick whizzing or something like you'd see in a Cherry magazine, but like that girl's just classy nude, spread leg just enough so you get what's going on, but not grotesque or extreme.
Shit, we haven't heard from Paul in a while. In
I
fact,
know.
I think the last email I got from Paul was I was talking about duck hunting a good year ago, and he sent me some
yeah.
great duck recipes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Who would think?
Man's a huge duck hunter as
Oh,
well as
yeah.
a porn connoisseur.
I mean, it's like running into Ron Jeremy, and it turns out, he's a brain surgeon on the side. It's like, dude, wait, what? Aren't you the guy that like fucks nanas and with dentures? But yeah, anyway.
Speaking of hot chicks, man, this Smurfette.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I know.
Could they have done better on the upskirt though? I mean, come on.
That's bullshit.
Can the painter have done a better job?
He knew. The painter knew. Grown men were going to immediately flip it over and see what kind of gash that Smurfette had on this figurine.
Quite attractive little Smurf.
Oh, yeah. He could have done better on the titties, too, but we'll let that slide. By the way, I stepped outside for a second.
Yeah, something's amiss, dude.
Something is amiss in Franklin. Like what does it mean? Like their sirens are blaring. You can hear them coming from 2 miles, wherever they're coming from. And then as soon as they turn down the street here, they shut the siren off.
There's no reason to blare the siren, right?
I
They're
understand
not in
that.
traffic anymore.
Well, I don't need to be awoken. It's getting to that time of night. But they're not flying, aren't they? When I see them in Detroit or something, they're usually flying down the streets. And they're kind of like looking both ways.
They're probably doing what you and I would do. They throw on the sirens to get through traffic.
Hell
like,
yeah.
All right, let's go check out this problem with the guy
Cat stuck
with
in
the
the tree.
cat stuck in the tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 days, Mike. Pants was up there 3 days.
That's rumor. You don't know. Maybe just slept up there.
I waved at him 3 days in a row.
You could barely hear him screaming back.
3 days.
I know you can see me. I know you can see me.
He was
Jack
up there.
Lickers.
I couldn't believe it.
He got chased up there. What was I
He was
supposed to
so
do?
far.
He was so high. He was so high up there. Poor little guy. I was giving him one more day, and then I was going to call Pete.
Yeah,
I was gonna
absolutely.
call Pete and say,
Of course.
I need you to bring the $1 million fire truck down here. We've got a cat in the tree. They would have sent multiple cars.
We got nothing else to do, man.
Dude, there's an ambulance, at least one fire truck, multiple cop cars.
Yeah.
It's 2 doors
Probably
down
some
from us.
shortness of breath or something.
Maybe. Yeah, someone got locked out of her house. The whole crew.
Hey, you have an annual physical to make sure you're healthy. But what do you do each year to make sure that you remain financially fit? Our friend Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial specializes in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. So call Mark today, 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Well, I know E and I were busy all night last night, obviously with the pub crawl. But at one point, E was focused on the TV, as were quite a few others, as the Michigan State basketball game was going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's that last game of the year, right? before tournament.
Yeah. Big Ten tournament starts. It'll be over on Sunday. Selection Sunday is this next Sunday, dude.
Can't believe it.
I know.
It's right here again. But looked like a good game. I didn't get into it. I was so focused on like the band and whatever. I just wasn't paying that much attention. But
lyrics, singing on stage.
Hell yeah,
frontman dude. Frontman dude.
I just showed to perform. Okay, let's be honest. I had a show to do. And but Isis was watching it, and I know everyone's like really happy with that game. I guess it was a decent game.
I watched both. The one a couple weeks ago at Michigan, and then this one, and I didn't watch them super closely, but they felt kind of similar. Where Michigan went on this dry spell, and State took advantage. A combination of both. Whatever was it Michigan? Was it Michigan State? I don't know. Combination of both. U of M shitting the bed, and State really turning it on. Cassius Winston was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
say that guy's legit. He's legit.
Yeah, he was really good, but I just feel like State's not going to go super far. They're
don't
wounded.
You say that every year though? I mean,
but yeah, do they? I mean, really?
Well, yeah, but they've had, dude. You wouldn't trade the success with anybody that the Spartans have had. They've had really.
I always just feel I don't know.
You don't know, really? I mean, dude, it's like April. What do they say? Like February, Izzo, April. Like they dude. People love.
Look back. I think you're.
Yeah, I think it's been
they loot, man. What was it? Middle Tennessee State a couple of years ago, out in the first round to 215 or whatever.
Yeah,
they shat the bed last year again when they had a lot of.
Am I waxing fantastic about?
I think you're overestimating what they've done in the last 10 years. Obviously,
maybe that could be.
They've hit a lot of Final Fours, and Izzo as a whole has obviously been a great positive. But
yep.
I don't know, man.
Do you think?
I look at this team and go.
When was their last run into the Final Four?
I think it was in Detroit, and they didn't have a chance, man. When they went to the final in Detroit against North Carolina, North Carolina was just stacked.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be nice to see those teams.
I honestly look at those two teams. I go, Michigan probably will go farther.
Yeah, but I just haven't watched enough of them to know. Like now's the time I start paying more attention. Michigan was fun to watch earlier in the year when they were undefeated and, toggling 1 and 2 with Duke. And then they kind of came back to earth. And so Michigan State shares the Big Ten title with Purdue, I believe. And the tournament, yeah. So what do you think? Do you have any thoughts about what seeding they would go into? I'm always curious.
Yeah, they're seeded. Or for the Big
for March Madness when the actual tournament
depends
comes
on
around.
The tournament.
Yeah.
The Big Ten tournament.
I mean, do you have if they win the whole thing and look dominant, could Michigan State be, what are they thinking, 2 seed, 1 seed,
they
3
could be
seed?
a 1.
Really? And if they shit the bed, 3 seed, 4
Probably,
seed?
Yeah.
Same for Michigan?
Yeah, they both got to win a couple games probably.
Yeah.
To secure that 2-3 area.
Yeah. It's a good spot to be in.
2015 is the last time State's been in the Final Four.
God, that's 4 years ago. 2015 sounds like yesterday. You're right. That's 4 years ago.
It's tricky because he's obviously such a good.
I'm sitting there going, I thought it was 2009 in Detroit or whatever that was. When was
2010 or 10 was in Detroit.
Okay.
And then 15, I don't know where 15 was.
I have no recollection of 2015 Spartan basketball.
Really?
I don't know. I'm sure if you named
you were
the
here,
players,
we would have been talking
about it.
If
you named the players, I would. Oh yeah, absolutely, of course.
But. Yeah. So what did they do? They made it to the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, I can look more into it, but that's the Final Four. The last Final Four they've made.
Well, I hate to be one of these guys. Well, just win. But dude, honestly, make the Final Four, and then you come up short against recruiting against Duke and the big guys.
That's what I was gonna say.
You're always gonna be around. Yeah. You're a really good program, but until you get a couple more championships,
doesn't he need to win one more,
absolutely.
dude? I mean, no offense. That was when was that? 90s
recruiting of Kentuckys and the Dukes.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's
the
chicken
one
or
and
the
done.
egg, though, right? You go round and round. Unless you win another one, you're not going to get those big guys that they lost out again this year to Duke. And if Duke wants a player, they're getting him.
Yeah,
against Michigan State for sure.
But it's State's always got that defense that stumps people, don't they?
Yeah, they're
guys that can block. That's what happened to Michigan last night.
They out rebounded them like 46-20 or something.
Michigan scored 28 points in the second half. I think it was like 8 blocks by State, 5 by one of the kids. I don't know. I love this time of year. When sports has kind of sucked. Baseball's not here yet. Football's done, and if you've got a decent program, and that excitement of. Some huge upset is coming. It's fun, man. It really is. We should do get in our brackets going again this year because I don't think I did one last year.
Yeah.
What?
No, nothing.
I mean,
You're
just
right.
get in one. I'm not saying we run one.
Okay.
Fuck that
Okay.
shit.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I just want to get in because I start paying attention more. It's like you don't care about Middle Tennessee State unless
Oh, of course.
You've got a bracket, so
For sure.
anyway. Well, congratulations, Jay. I know that makes you happy when Sparty does
Yeah,
something well. I mean,
sure.
those are big wins, man. At on the road in Michigan and then
Mhm.
at home for
Well,
what?
Izzo did
big games.
Izzo called that he said it was. He agreed that it was probably the biggest game in the Breslin Center history in his mind. That
Wow.
week, I don't know if you heard him say that, but someone,
What,
just
last
because there
night?
was, on Saturday,
Wow.
because
That had
there was
huge implications. It's got 2 top 10 teams, in-state rivals,
Yeah.
playing
Mhm.
for a Big Ten championship.
Right.
And it was a whiteout. It was a whiteout.
And it was a whiteout.
Don't forget that. God, dude, is there anything worse than being falsely accused of something and going to jail? Like, that is like nightmare scenario when you see someone that's like, yep, they're out of appeals, and you just have that weird doubt. Like, what's the big case that keeps coming around? Adnan or whatever. They made like a podcast about
Serial.
it. Was it Serial?
I think so.
It's about him. He's the kid that's like Muslim or whatever, and they think he killed his girlfriend. A lot of
Right.
people think he didn't. It's not a story about that, but there's a witness that's come forward, and I think this is in Australia. And this girl is on 60 Minutes, their version, and it's actually called 60 Minutes, but not around here. So anyway, she's a witness that's come forward after 10 years to be like, yeah, that chick that you said murdered her husband on that yacht. Nah, I saw who really did it. So she's like innocent and shit. I'm like, oh, because it's like the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do 10 years ago. You cunt! Sue Neil Fraser spent 9 years behind bars for murdering Bob Chappell on their yacht. Yes, the Four Winds. And in Tasmania on a wonderful Australia Day.
Isn't the Four Winds just a brand of a boat?
Yeah.
You name your yacht the Four Winds?
It says on their yacht, Four Winds in Tasmania on Australia Day 2009. But I think you're right. Four Winds is a brand.
Pretty lame to name your boat after a brand. Yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah, did you see my new car? I call it the Ford.
Yeah.
It's stupid. That wouldn't, yeah. So the yacht, I want to see what this thing is, because if they're just willy-nilly throwing around yacht,
They might be.
I don't like that, dude. We all have a vision in our head of what a yacht looks like. And so the yacht was discovered half submerged, and this dude was missing, presumed dead, body never found. And so she was found guilty of attacking him and dumping his body in a river there. Former Detective Colin McLaren said he does not believe there was a legit investigation carried out. And now in a tell-all interview, this Megan Voss, she's 25, has claimed she was on board the yacht the night Mr. Chappell was killed. And she was a 15-year-old homeless girl at the time. And
what was she doing there?
she climbed on board the vessel with 2 men. One of the men had made a habit of like breaking into these vessels, stealing whatever he could, and then hawking it for money. So that's their game. She's a 15-year-old homeless chick just hanging out with these losers. And
Not a bad move, honestly. I was walking around a
Right.
marina down in Florida last week, and they're just, and I know some people are on these boats at the time that
Sure.
you're looking at them, but shit, man, if you scope them out and see a few that nobody's on,
get a
nobody's
spotter.
there's got to be something in there, right?
Dude, they're usually just like lightly banging against the dock,
Eh,
and then sometimes they got the cheap fucking snaps covering them. You could easily walk on one of those, especially if you're wearing the skipper hat and dock shoes. No one's going to look twice at you. You know what I mean? Good day, mate. You wave at some people and you hop on
striped
board.
shirt.
Hell yeah. And so on this occasion, she's on the board, on board the boat. And so she says, yeah, at this time, Mr. Chappell spotted him, this kid. Argument breaks out and it escalates. He's hit Bob. I don't know what she said. I saw a lot of blood, but I can't give any more than that. I can't remember. And she's come forward to tell the truth because she was too scared to do it in the past. And so people are like, yeah, what do you think? How angry is the man that you're saying did it? How angry is he going to be now that you're coming out with this revelation? And she's like, yeah, probably pretty furious. Like, yep, I would be too. And so this is kind of weird. They said this 15-year-old girl has had a lot of problems with drug addiction and stuff in the past, which, is a age-old story, especially with homeless, kids and shit. That's nothing surprising. But this lawyer in Australia, Bob Richter, said the fact that she changed her story did not mean that she was not a credible witness. The fact that she's changed her story from time to time does not make her unreliable, because her account is the only one that fits the objective evidence, and that's the difference. I would think any sort of changing your account would obviously make you less credible, right?
Mhm.
Obviously. So she had initially denied she was on board the thing, and then they find her puke. Nice going on a yacht that's not yours and fucking vomiting on it, asshole. If you're 15, you should know better than that. Not clean up your mess. So they run DNA on it. They're like, yeah, it's your fault. You're on the boat.
Lean over the side, man.
Dude, you're in water. What the fuck are you doing? You're right there. So many places you could puke.
Probably have one of those moments where the fish come up and eat it. You know,
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
fun.
Like
Duck,
Cedar
duck
Point.
goes by, and starts
Sure.
chomping on it.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, Sandusky. Every time I'm there,
Sandusky.
Sandusky. First thing is you can flick a cigarette butt. Those guys.
Oh my god. Spit in there.
Yeah,
Chew.
spit.
Whatever.
Yep. So they say if her confession is correct, her testimony could be the final piece needed to get Ms. Frazier out from behind bars. The case has been labeled locally. They're a horrendous miscarriage of justice by some of the top police and legal minds. And so this McLaren guy, the one detective I was telling you about, he's joined forces with another detective, Charlie Bazzina. The pair have spent years analyzing evidence, going through everything, uncovering police mistakes. They've discovered tons of missing items. One of these just sloppy ass. Yeah, that's the one that did it. Probably it makes the most sense. And then just throw this chick away. Prosecution alleged that she killed her husband with a wrench and then winced his body up to the deck and then disposed of it. Yeah, that'd be a lot of work. They said she
bludgeoned. The word bludgeoned would be used in that trial.
Oh, I hate bludgeoned.
Something about blunt force.
Blunt force trauma. Yeah.
You're
blunt
right.
force trauma.
Bludgeoned.
Yeah.
It's so much worse than stabbed.
Yeah.
He was bludgeoned.
Bludgeoned. It just means like bludgeoned. Like
there were skull fragments.
Yeah. You think of that fucking old school like wooden candlestick holder.
There was brain matter.
Like a mallet.
God.
What is it, a coin? What's the thing I can never remember?
A kosh?
A kosh. It's like a kosh. If I would have found some black bastard, I would have bludgeoned him.
Yeah.
He would have bludgeoned him to death.
I mean, look about, you know.
That would bludgeon, yeah.
Can you imagine one hit with the King's old school mallet?
Wow.
Yeah, you could do some serious bludgeoning with it. If you wanted to go on a streak of just bludgeoning, there's your weapon right there.
Medieval.
Yeah, it is. So anyways, they said she wanted out of her 18-year relationship and stood to gain financially. Well, yeah, he's got a fucking yacht, man.
You know, I'm gonna take issue with that. Here's the finest of the Four Winds quote unquote vessels.
Why don't you go mid-range? Why are you giving him the finest?
No, we're gonna go with the finest, and I'm gonna ask you, gentlemen, if this is a yacht.
Okay.
It starts at $345,000. Welcome to the Four Winds Express Cruiser that pays tribute to your taste and sophistication. The 37-foot Vista 375 graciously welcomes your guests to air conditioning and heating, a flat screen TV. Ooh, a flat screen TV.
Oh yeah,
as if it's not. Sun pads and a premium sound system. Not to mention the exceptional galley makes shipside dining a pleasure.
What's a galley?
Is that a yacht? Is that a yacht?
You know what? I do not want to be watering down the good name of the yacht.
I know, man.
That's a nice boat.
It's a nice cruiser, right?
It's a boat. Sorry, sir. You don't get yacht status with that.
No.
I could ski off the back of that.
Sure, people have.
I mean, how many does that sleep? Does it say how many assholes you can stuff in that thing comfortably? Boy. I mean, don't you think you have to be you have to have clearance for your head no matter what? When you want to walk around with champagne.
You have to be able to film a P. Diddy video if you've got a yacht, right?
Yeah, at a minimum. But I think of like
a bunch of white guys in black or black guys in white suits.
Yes.
You know, out on the front, just enjoying.
Mm-hmm. You got to be able to have a DJ somewhere on board.
Yeah, this can't accommodate that.
You need to be able to have loads and loads of snifters and wine and champagne glasses. And God damn it, I better be able to have a conversation over in that corner of my yacht, and you don't hear me.
No, this is not that. This is a cruiser. This is like Tommy Lee honking the horn with his dick cruiser.
This looks to me like, by the way, everyone remember the rules. We do not use the shitter for number 2.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to stink
totally, dude.
No one wants to stink up the yacht, so no one shits in the shitter downstairs, okay? We only go number 1 in there.
That's some poetic license, I think, when they call this a yacht. And this is assuming that this was the vessel that's part of the story.
That's bullshit. You know, this is almost more troubling than the false imprisonment by this woman. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking that sucks.
Willy-nilly thrown around yacht. And that's the finest vessel on the website. So you only go down from there.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you guys are all comfortable just watering down the good name of the yacht, by all means. But I know a yacht when I see one, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we get to some email, Jay?
We should, man. Hey, before we get to email, I'd like to engage in the short reading of post. Tom has been nice enough to post in from 2 different locations.
Hey there, Tom.
Hey there, Tom. Tom chimes in from Panama. We have a listener sitting in Panama.
Why did they put the line on the last A?
Panama. I don't know. Hello, gents from Panama City, Panama. Only get to spend an hour or so on the ground here, but it looks like a beautiful country. So he's on a layover. All right. But you know what? And he does a great thing here because this post does not contain a useful fact. And you know how I love the useful facts.
He give you one.
So he binged one.
By the way, does the layover count as places you've been?
Oh man, I think you have to step outside the airport, right?
I agree.
You got to get outside the airport.
What if you got a 2 hour window?
You got to eat something there, right? Got to go eat something.
Do you have to get a certain amount of miles from the airport? Because even if you go, we've got a layover for the night, we're putting you up across the street at the Hilton.
I don't know, man.
I don't know that counts as somewhere you can declare, oh, yeah, I've been to Panama.
I think you have to see something. Forget even eating something. I think you have to see a site or something.
Well, I'm not much for sightseeing, E. So I don't want to go there and go to a beach for a week and then be declared I didn't go.
Every conversation about you touching ground in Panama has to have the caveat. It was just a layover. I was in Panama, but just for a layover. Like you can't just be like, yeah, I've been to Panama. It's crazy.
Yeah, because smug ass would be like, dude, it's not as beautiful as you think. Like I know.
Right.
What, have you been to Panama? Yeah, I have. Okay. It's like, dude, no. Just being on that flat escalator for a couple hours doesn't count.
Tom, let's be honest. Panama is one of the best places for expats to retire to, he says. It was also the first Latin American country to adopt U.S. currency as its own. Cheap bastards. The Panama hat. Now listen to this. The Panama hat. We all know the Panama hat.
I'll see it. Yep.
It's actually from Ecuador. Huh?
The Ecuadorians, why aren't they getting their credit?
I know. And 7 out of 10 Panamanians have never heard never heard the song Panama by Van Halen.
Get out of here.
So there's only a 30% chance the old man on this card is playing Panama. There's an old man on the front of the card playing a violin.
Sure.
I think there's less than a 30% chance that he's playing Panama on his violin.
Well, that's
it might be a viola. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that looks more like a viola.
Tom chimes in a day later from freaking Long Beach, California.
Hell yeah.
Greetings from SoCal.
I had a layover.
Been all over the place lately, but this is one of my favorite layovers. You can what's this guy just fly around? Maybe he's a pilot. You can stroll the PCH Pacific Coast Highway for the lay
or the one
and eat from a plethora of taco trucks. I personally like tacos al pastor myself. Love pineapple on it. Going to go enjoy some more sun in the 60-degree weather whilst listening to some Red Hot Chili Peppers before going to Pittsburgh for a couple hours. Gross. Going to Pittsburgh in a couple hours. All right. Pittsburgh is gross, I guess. Hugs and kisses from Tom.
Yeah.
Kisses and hugs, to be exact.
Sure. I always thought Long Beach got a bad rap. I think Snoop didn't do because Long Beach is gorgeous.
Well, the thing I didn't know about Long Beach is what this post indicates, that the Queen Mary is docked there. Well, docking is. Do you know the Queen Mary was sitting there?
Hell no.
Queen Mary's in Long Beach, man.
Is it there all the time? Just for show?
I think it docks there in Long Beach. Who knew?
But does it leave?
I think it does. Actually, I heard this the other day. I was listening to God damn it, drummer from Blink-182.
Travis Barker
on
he's a pretty good drummer. You should check him out.
He is. You might like this guy. Listen to him on Rogan, and he says he doesn't fly anymore because of his incident.
Yeah,
the whole plane
Adam,
crash
DJ.
thing. Yeah,
DJ Adam. Is that it?
I guess AM. I don't remember.
DJ AM. Yeah.
I guess if you're in a plane crash, maybe you
almost die in.
It sounded pretty gruesome too.
Dude, he was like covered in flames.
Yeah,
covered in flames. Took him forever to recover.
The pilot die. His best friend DJ AM.
I think he's the only one who survived it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. But he doesn't fly anymore, so he took. I think he said he took the Queen Mary across the Atlantic.
Excellent. It's just excellent.
Oh, bitch. Hey, if you want to write into the show, send us your thoughts to email at detroitcast.com, or you can post in to P.O. Box 250-268, Franklin, Michigan, 48025. We continue, Mike, to get email correspondence concerning the kid gets a boner after solving Rubik's Cube video.
Oh, boy.
That's approaching 1.8 million views.
Really?
Dylan Cohn is so nicely chimes in with, so look, you call all of them nerds, but you guys have the nerdiest podcast ever.
Well, what? That hurts.
Dylan,
it hurts, and it's
Dylan
true.
Dylan took a moment to type that out.
I love these comments from people on social media. There was one posted about our show the other day or something, and people have to point it out to you. Like, things are starting to get a little softer and less. It's kind of like accusing us of not being edgy. I'm like, dude, eat shit on a floor in a hotel. We talked about him to his mom while she was titty. What are you talking about?
Can't
What do
please
we have to
everybody.
do?
Can't
What do we
please
have to do?
everybody.
Do you feel like we've lost our edge? I feel like this show's more disgusting and shitty than ever. Like we're more in the toilet than ever.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Ed writes in concerning that Mrs. Fady and the New York hotel. It could be very funny for a bit for Jay to call the hotel as the company lawyer and tell them he's just hearing that one of his subcontractors was mistreated during a business trip.
Yeah.
It may not be a quick bit, as you may have to talk to the hotel chain's lawyer. It would be funny to hear the events from that hotel employee's point of view. It seems like taking the Mrs. Fady approach of Eric did nothing wrong but had a medical incident and was mistreated would be the best course of action.
Yeah. We could do that if you wanted.
I will not advance a frivolous claim.
Well, could you feel it out?
Dude, wait a minute.
You'd
Whoa,
feel
whoa,
it out before you make that claim, though.
Look, I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck. I think it'd be funny for the show. I don't care personally about doing it, but the notion that was not borderline verbal assault is
Did you feel
ridiculous.
assaulted?
Verbal assault.
I'm just saying though,
where's your
but it's not
damages?
frivolous. It wouldn't be frivolous.
What kind of, like humiliation?
What
Dude,
lawyer would take this?
I'm
Where's
not-
your damages, Jesus?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I don't believe that it's frivolous. I believe that
made
there
you feel
could.
bad?
I believe that if I really wanted to, could absolutely call that hotel up and get a free something out of what happened
Let's
that
do
day.
it.
Get him a free continental
Let's
breakfast.
do it.
Would you be happy with a free continental breakfast, D?
Yeah, the $20 breakfast I had, sure.
18.
With
Facts
Plus
matter,
gratuity.
E.
Plus gratuity?
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
left a fucking $5 tip or something.
Well, there you go, Mike.
Mm.
That 18 just went to 23 real quick.
Do you think you made it almost sound like there's not a lawyer in the country
Dude,
that would take that case? You don't think there is?
I wouldn't call a lawyer. I'm just saying I
I
believe
didn't
that.
You know how many lawyers are out there? And yes, someone would take the case.
I was
Damn
gonna
right he
say
would.
I wouldn't even.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I think he's got a serious
It's
case.
so frivolous
Dude,
and
you
stupid.
lean on the retardedness of this one. You're like, look, my client has Asperger's as fuck, Your Honor. And look what they did. They
He's
treated her like a
Asperger'd
dog.
up proper.
Yeah. And then E goes in there just being all weird,
He
blinking a
yelled
lot.
at me. He got mad when he saw that I kicked my
Dude, this
poop
day,
dog into
this
the
day
corner.
and age, man, are you kidding me? I could
I think you could
easily get a free hotel. I think out of that. In reality, I just
We
don't
could do-
care to.
You think we couldn't get a busload of TDC monsters to go there with picket signs?
Yeah, there we
on
go.
behalf of the E outside the courtroom, demanding justice? Yeah. We could. You know we could.
It would be better if you were roughed up. Can we Jussie Smollett you after the fact, kind of rough you up a
Oh,
little?
jeez. I
Yeah.
don't know if I want that.
It would be way better if you had physical damage.
You're right. There's no
Yeah.
question about that.
It's the only way.
I don't agree
So
with
think
that.
about
but
that.
Does it count as assault like when he was pounding on my door? Because he woke me from an absolute stupor. I was dead asleep. And if I
Oh
can
my
piggyback onto this lawsuit, I will. I needed my sleep that day. And dude, he was screaming and he, I don't know who
was
he thought I
upsetting, wasn't
was. It was terribly
Yeah.
upsetting. I'm going, I'm putting my pants on. I'll be right
Imagine
You know what I can add
his
to my?
dismay when he saw a log roll out of E's friggin' pant leg and be kicked into the corner.
there.
know what I
was
could also-
there was no need for the strong language. What is wrong with him? He shit in the lobby 2 days in a row. He shit in the that's what he said. He did not say he had an accident in the lobby. There was human feces or excrement.
Yeah.
He shit in the lobby 2 days in a row.
You know what I could also I could add on to my my lawsuit. By the way, when I came down, they were trying to be a nice guy, with my messed up towels and my messed up pants, and I said to him,
Two full towels.
Hey man, could I don't want this in the room. I'll throw it away myself in the hotel, but could I? He gave me a plastic bag and made me go up to the street myself and find my own.
Yeah, he
thing.
made him throw his own. That hotel management made E take two of their towels that he'd used to clean up his ass and legs, which were covered in fecal matter, wipe himself down, and then his underwear, sweatpants.
But I could've left it
he
in the
just
room.
came down with it in his hands and just went, throw this in your garbage. I'll throw it away. And they were like, here's a bag. Get the fuck out of here. Throw it away down the street.
Should have left it in the room.
It's outrageous behavior. The treatment that you went through.
In
E.
the pillow sack, right?
Right.
We actually got video of that, I think. Didn't we capture video? Didn't I go out there with you to film you throwing
Oh
the stuff
yeah,
away?
yeah, you did. I
God,
think
you
you
gotta
Yeah.
post that for sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I filmed it.
Well, it turns out, Isis, the only one who suffered monetary damage is me and Mike. Listen to this. Nick writes in, good morning. Tried to do this on the website, but it didn't work, or maybe I just couldn't figure it out. I'd like to switch down to the $5 a month subscriber level. I'm a member.
Boy.
I know it doesn't matter, but the Rupert the Monkey Boy material in regard to Biggie is really getting tiresome.
What
to
does
me.
that mean?
It's just, he's being fucking monkey boy. He's shitting on himself, throwing, he's just being a dipshit. Whatever that exchange was this morning, I don't know if everybody's finding it entertaining, but even D-Max seemed to be somewhat uncomfortable with it. I'm getting really sick of it, I was going to cancel my subscription altogether, but I still believe in what you guys are doing and would still like to support you at some level if I'm going to listen even periodically.
Yeah.
Let me know if there's any further steps I need to take to change my membership level from $10 to $5. I will still continue to support the drives and the SOS stuff for whatever that's worth. So there we go, E. I've been damaged.
Who is this?
I've been damaged.
I've been
Nick.
damaged as well.
Yep.
Nick
Nick and I have been damaged by your subcontractor.
I don't like the idea of like, I heard something I don't like. I'm dropping my membership on you guys. Like, fuck, man. We can't be perfect all the time. E's retarded. Like, everybody knows the deal. E is mostly retarded. And
I know.
he's
Is
gonna
this
do
news,
shit.
Nick? Is this news?
5 fucking years.
I think
He's
it's
giving
just-
you
by the
some
way, I
bold
just
shit.
It's worn on him, though. It's worn on him.
No.
Like he said, he's like, look.
I
this
had
will
people
last
message
strong.
me, said they were laughing so hard they almost had to stop the car. So you know what I
I
mean?
had people say they did stop the car.
So
I had people say that is the greatest bit in the history. That discussion was the funniest shit in the history of TDC. I went,
Is there
well, that sucks, but okay.
is there anyone who truly has pulled over on the
I
side of
don't
the road?
know,
Like,
dude. I don't.
Is that just totally a hey? I was laughing so hard I had to,
Yeah. Is anyone laughing their
I
ass
was
off? Really,
right,
like
laughing
whatever
your
that
ass-
means.
I was laughing so hard I pissed my pants.
Yeah. I don't
Has
know.
anyone ever really pulled over to the side of the road?
People have upped that statement. They've taken it up a notch and said stuff like, I literally pulled over on the side of the
Literally?
road. Yeah. I literally did that because I was laughing so hard. And I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. I don't laugh like that. Like, I don't laugh. Like,
Yeah, I don't-
but
Ha!
some people fucking do. Some people lose their shit
yeah.
laughing, and it's
Or-
great. It's fun to watch.
If you remember me at the
Maybe
comedy
them.
club when I was spitting beer out of myself, I was
Yeah.
laughing like that day.
Have you ever pulled over? Ian,
I don't think I've pulled over though.
for laughing.
Yeah, I don't think it's true. I don't think it happens.
If anyone's out there that's pulled over from
That is
laughter, just like
truly-
for real, I had tears coming down my face. I was becoming
I couldn't
dangerous.
see.
I couldn't see, and I pulled over and composed myself.
Bone job, right, son?
Oh,
Oh boy.
this is gonna go well.
Okay, first of all, you don't shit in the lobby because you're being nice. You shit in the lobby because you're fucking weird. Stop
Okay.
trying to turn yourself into a hero
didn't
when
try
the
to do
truth
that.
is you're fucking tarded. Secondly, once you shit on the floor, there are not two options. It's not let me finish or there will be more shit on the floor. There's one singular option. It is don't shit on the floor. This sums up your existence as a
Okay.
whole. The fact that you don't understand this says a lot about you, and your refusal to be open-minded and understand why that is the only option says all I need to know about you with love. Bone job.
I don't believe that with love part at the end. I
don't
just
either.
don't.
I don't either.
Yep.
I think that's fake.
I think it's auto text.
You think so? It's auto texting that part with love. Bone job.
With love.
I don't think Bone Job likes E very
Bone
much.
job hates E.
Yeah, and so
Yeah, he keeps writing these emails, man. I don't. You know what I
He
mean?
likes something about the show.
No,
We'll save the rest
you don't
for
want to
tomorrow.
respond, E?
I don't really got anything to say, man.
Okay.
I didn't think so. We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Are you guys gonna go to bed too?
Yes.
All right.
Night-night. Night-night,
Are
sweet
you,
prince.
are you looking up hats, E?
No, I didn't know what I didn't know what a Panama hat was,
Oh,
so I had to
okay.
look it up and never pulled it over.
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow and probably be in much better shape. So we'll talk to you then.